Hello, I'm David Hart, Executive Vice President at the Florida Chamber of Commerce. Welcome to another edition of the Florida Chamber's Bottom Line. Our special guest today is Lieutenant Colonel Glenn Sutphin, Executive Director of the Florida Department of Veterans Affairs. Colonel, welcome to the program.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
A year ago this time, you were a featured speaker at the Florida Chamber Foundation's Military Defense and Veterans Opportunities Summit, and you shared some of your thoughts about why Florida is known as the #1 state for the way we roll out the red carpet for military and veterans community. Share with us a little bit today, what do you see that's going well? What do you see that we can do better to maintain that ranking?
Well, we're doing an excellent job of making the military and veterans welcome. In other words, come to us. We are a friendly state. We're doing great things of finding jobs for them, of making sure that they fit into the communities. If their children have issues going to school, we put them in priority placement so that their children don't lose ground, that we're in special programs, let's say, or anything like that. We're doing great jobs on those type of things like that in agencies. Probably the thing that we need to continue to do is stay on the cutting edge of finding out is what does the veteran really need from the state of Florida. Not what the feds are supposed to do for them, but what can the state of Florida do that might make it a little bit easier or more attractive to come to Florida without being detrimental to the state of Florida.
Colonel, one of the things we know is that our military and defense industries in Florida are approximately 10% of our economy. It's about an $80 billion annual impact on the economy, and it represents and supports 775,000 jobs. At the same time, we currently have 248,000 jobs opening in the state, and we have veterans coming out of service with really some amazing skill sets. What can we do to make sure we're bridging this talent gap and providing opportunities for veterans that may be looking for job opportunities in Florida?
Well, it's making people aware of what we do have in the state of Florida. It takes you 6 months to get into the military, and we put you out in less than 2 weeks. And that's quite a transition coming down here. So the whole thing is making sure we're getting information. For instance, on our department, we realize that the young people use phones more than they do computers anymore. So we've got apps that we put out so you can find out where everything is. Bobby Carbonell and his Florida veterans, they are reaching out to try to make sure that the job market matches what the soldier or the military person is bringing to the table. And we just need to constantly make sure that our communities and our counties are actually putting the information out of what they need in there. Because a veteran has a security clearance, they're not going to be doing drugs, they are good workers that walk in, tell them what to do, they drive on and finish it, and you don't have to constantly keep directing them in there. We would like to get down into the mid-level businesses and the small businesses and try to make that as advantageous for them to hire a veteran. That's really where the big companies know us. We just need now to start working down the next level.
On August 8th in Orlando, the Florida Chambers Foundation will be hosting the 2017 Military Defense and Veterans Opportunities Summit. And industry leaders, businesses, policymakers will all be gathering for these conversations. What's the one thing you hope they leave smarter about than they came?
How to bring a veteran into your business. A veteran is used to being part of a tribe. We in the military, you know, we're a battery or we're a company or we're a battalion, but we have our interface with each other is when you bring them into your company, bring them into your company. Make them part of the family. They're used to the old saying is, your family's my family, nobody left behind. And so companies that do that or think about how to do that, the ways they can bring them in and assimilate them easier, makes it much better for our veterans. I hope that they continue to market the need for veterans and hiring more veterans.
Colonel, thank you for everything you do for Florida's 1.5 million veterans, and thank you for your service to our state. And to our viewers, thank you for joining us on another edition of the Florida Chamber's Bottom Line.